Hello guys, welcome back to this series of percentage and fractions. So today we are going to start another concept of increase and decrease. Okay, so first I will take the concepts, then I'll explain both methods. There are two methods, and then I'll move on to few of the problem sums that I have selected. So let's begin our session today. Okay, so first the basic concept of the percentage increase and percentage decrease. Okay, suppose there are 4 instances in total. So suppose first it's given that a number is first increased by 2%, then it's decreased by 3%. So the first method that I'm going to talk about is the successive increase or successive decrease. So first it says that the number is increased by 2%, and then it says that the number is decreased by 3%. So successive has a general formula, that is plus a percentage plus b percentage plus a into b by 100. So this is the general formula. When it's asked about both, means both the change is positive, means both a percentage is increased and then b percentage is also increased. So if I am generalizing, if I'm not generalizing, if I am particularly talking about this instance, so this will be plus a percentage and then b percent decrease. So for decrease we usually denote it with the help of the minus sign, and then so plus a into minus b by 100. So this is the formula of this instance, a percent increase and then b percent decrease. Similarly for this it will be a percent increase and b percent increase plus b plus a into b by 100. It's all in percentage, and for this both are decreased, so a percent minus a minus b plus minus a into minus b by 100. This is in percentage. This one is minus a percentage minus so plus b percentage plus minus a into b by 100%. Okay, so this is the general formula for successive. And now the other technique, this was technique one was successive. The other one is more prevalent in compound interest. So I'll name that I'll name this method as compoundation. Alright, so suppose for this I have to take an example. So suppose first instance it says that 10% is increased, and then it says that 15% is decreased. So for these we have to know the fractional values also. So for 10% we know that the fractional value is 1 by 10. So it says 10% increase. So from 10 the value has increased to 11, and there is plus 1, and then it says 15% decrease. So the fractional value 15% is 3 by 20. So from 20 it has decreased 3, so it gives us 70. So by this you can we can do 200, and this is, we have to multiply vertically. Okay, so we have to multiply vertically. So 10 into 20 is 200, and then 7 into 11 is 187. So net there is a decrease of 13 on 200, right? So on 100 it will be 6.5% decrease. Okay, so these are the methods. Okay, so the second one is compoundation method. Okay, so whichever you find easier, you can adapt accordingly. Okay, but at times when some figures are given, that you will find using successive very difficult, such as suppose successive is always easier to use when you have to increase and decrease. Okay, but when it comes to more than 2, you will find successive very lengthy. So what you can do is, in those times you can always use the compoundation technique. Okay, so these were the concepts that I was talking about. Let's now move on to the two conceptual sums I've taken for today. Okay, so the first one says the salary of a worker is first increased by 5% and then it is decreased by 5%. What is the change in his salary? So what is the change in his salary? So let's say that first it's increased by 5% and then decreased by 5%. So first I'll use successive. Okay, so 5% is increased and then 5% is decreased. 5 into minus 5 by 100. So it's minus 1 by 4, right? So this comes out to be 0. The net effect is 0 because 5 and minus 5 is 0, and then minus 1 by 4. This means minus 0.25%. So what is the change in his salary? Change in his salary is decrement of minus 25%. Okay, so this is how you can do it by successive. Now if I am using method number 2, that is compoundation, it says that the salary of worker is increased by 5, so 5%. So the fractional value is 1 by 20. So from 20 it is increased by 1, so we get 21, and then it's decreased by 5%. So from 20 it's 19. So this is 400 and this would be 10993. So this is 399. And now if you have to calculate the percentage change, so there is just one, so this is the change is 1 minus 1 on 400. So 1 by 400 into 100. So this is 0.25%, and that too of decrement. Okay, because it's 1 here, minus 1 here, so it will be decrement of 0.25%. Alright, so this was the first one, and the last one I've taken this sum. Okay, so this says that the price of an article is first increased by 20% and then decreased by 25% due to whatever reasons, reduction in sales. Find the net percentage change in the final price of the article. So this is also similar. So let's first do it with successive. So it's increased by 20% and then decreased by 25%, minus 25%, plus 20 into minus 25 by 100, 5, then 5. So this is minus 5 over here, this is minus 5 over here, and this is minus 5 over here. So there is net is 10% of decrement. Okay, so this is successive, and then let's do it by compoundation. 20% increment, so from 5 to 6, and the decrement decrease by 25%. 25% means 1 by 4, so from 4 to 1, sorry, so you can cut, you can cancel over here. Okay, so it's 10 and 9, so the decrement is 1 on 10, so this means 10%, and this is decrement. So yes, decrement of 10% over here and decrement of 10% over here also. So these are the two small techniques that you can use while calculating the successive percentages. And please remember that when there are instances of 3 or more than 3 successive percentages, it's better to use the compoundation technique. Yes, because if you use the successive technique over here, I mean over instances where there are more than 2 successive changes, it becomes very lengthy. Okay, so please use compoundation technique the way I have shown you, taking the fraction value and then multiplying vertically. So this method, the compoundation method, will save you a lot of time, and hence you can, you know, solve them very easily. Okay, so this was part 6, and then in our next session I'll come up with the concepts of the election votes, the Venn diagrams, and many more. Okay, so thank you for listening to me, and thank you for watching this session. I hope everything is fine, and stay blessed.